Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Learn English. We're going to begin with the middle sound of some words that we'll be looking at that use the OU digraph. Now digraph just means the two letters together making one sound. So instead of the O sounding O and the U sounding ah, that's their single sound. We're going to hear for this work the sound ow. Now the OU sound has more than one sound that we can use. For today's video, it's going to be the sound ow. So let's begin. The ow. Ow. D. Loud. And what about if the word begins with sh? Sh. And we use ow. Ow. And then add a T. T. Shout. And when we start our word with the H, we're not going to use the sound H, are we? Because that's an extra bit on the end. We're going to sound H. H. Ow. S. House. And although there are three sounds there, we're going to add an E when we spell house. H. Ow. S. House. Well done. For the CVC words, that's consonant, vowel, consonant, we started with the letter C at the beginning of words. And you're very good at that first sound and that middle sound, but look very carefully at the end sound because it's changing for each word. Are you ready? We're going to begin with cab. K-A-B, cab. Yes, taxi cab. And you might be tempted to say car, but it looks like a car, but the word doesn't look like the word car. It ends in a B, cab. And what about is an easy one? Cat. K-A-T, cat. And can. K-A-N, can. Concentrating on that end sound. And finally, cap. K-A-P, cap. Well done. And moving on to finding the letter when you're looking at some words. So when you're practicing with the alphabet and letter sounds, it's really, really important to look at all the words around you at home and all the letters and stories that you might look at and make sure that you can find the letters and think about how it's being used. So for today, we're going to look at the letter C. So Doncaster, that has the letter C, doesn't it? And AFCL, that uses the letter C. So the C stands for community, adult family, community learning. But what about the beginning of these words around the board? Cup, cup, cup. Cut, cut, cut. Can, can. Hat. Oh, no, that doesn't begin with C, does it? What about cat? Cat, cat. And mat? No, that's an sound, so that doesn't begin with C. So going back to what we said at the beginning, you can find the letter in longer words. We've got Doncaster and AFCL. And moving on to the last part of the video, we're going to actually have a look at my story. My story, my story. Jane, Jane. Saw, saw. Really, I should have made the sound S, shouldn't I? But I heard myself sound S, So let's not do that. Let's do s or saw. Cat, cat. Jane saw a cat. Th, that's actually two sounds. It's like the. But I put it together so quickly. We got the word the. Cat, cat. Or, well done. That was much better because we didn't sound s, did we? It's or can. The cat saw a can. Jane saw a cat and a can. And that word can has hidden behind me, hasn't it? So if you get a piece of paper and actually write down the word can, check to see if that's the same spelling as the can that you can see in the second sentence there. And what we're going to do last is we're going to change it from my story to your story. So you would put your name where I put my name. And for this part, I'm going to use Abby's name. So it's ready? Or your story, your story. Abby, s or saw a cat. Abby saw a cat. And if you listen very carefully there, you would have heard my cat in the background. The cat or saw a can. The cat saw a can. Abby saw a cat and a can. Well done. And we did it. And I'm off now to feed the cat. But practice by going over the video and thinking about the words that we've worked on. And I'll see you next week. Bye now.